Hello, with Marabella Commercial Finance. I'm here at ICSC 2019 in Las Vegas, and I'm here with my friend Evan Lyons of Encore Real Estate. And Evan, thank you for being on Net Lease TV.
Sure, absolutely.
So I know that you're involved in a lot of net lease type transactions,
yes.
And you're also doing a lot of sale leasebacks. What are the type of uses that you're doing sale leasebacks at this time?
So we structure for about 2 to 40 unit operators.
Okay.
Wendy's, Arby's, Burger King, as a function to sell maybe 2, 3 stores, not all of them, as a means to pay down debt for the user.
For the operator?
Yes. Pay down
And
debt.
how many unit operators are most of these that you're doing sale leasebacks?
2 to 40 unit.
2 to 40 unit operator,
Yeah.
and then once you do the sell leaseback, you're trying to find 1031 buyers that may want to buy these specific properties.
So we structure those leases in a way that the rent is right-sized, 7.5% rent to sales ratio.
Okay.
Healthy rent for the operator to sustain the business, but also good rent and a good price point for
Okay.
one buyer.
And what are the uses, or what are the actual? Are you doing KFC? Are you doing Burger King?
It's Arby's, Wendy's,
Okay.
KFC, Burger King. Those
So what do you have right now in inventory for a 1031 buyer that may be watching this? And what are the general lease terms, like primary lease term,
Sure.
cap rate, and then we can talk a little bit about the financing that they could expect on one of these kind of deals.
So oftentimes we will set up a 20-year sale leaseback. Sometimes we'll do 16. It's all a function of either a nice long-term lease, but we don't want to set that lease term beyond what the franchise agreement is. So if the franchise agreement,
Why is that? Just for curiosity. Does the franchise agreement have to dovetail with the primary lease term?
It doesn't, but it helps. An incoming investor is going to want to know
So
that.
I'm a buyer. I want to look at the franchise agreement. Should that be part of my due diligence?
It's a question. It's a question.
What if the franchise agreement's like 3 years, but the primary lease term's like 15 to 20 years?
Right.
What problems could that create for me?
Oftentimes, as say an Arby's operator, if you're going to renew the franchise agreement, Arby's will require that you spend money and update the store.
Okay.
And if that franchise, if that operator doesn't want to necessarily do that, that can cause problems for an investor. So we want it's convenient.
Okay.
And I think it's good business for our clients, buyer clients, to get a lease that is coterminous with the
Franchise agreement. Are these bite-sized deals? Like, what price range would somebody be looking at?
So typically, we want to set the rent at a number that's about that 7.5% rent to sales ratio, and that ends up, oftentimes will be, so it's a store that's $1.5 million, $2 million, $2.25. So they're palatable price.
$2 million at about. So the rent would be right around $140, right? So I would probably do a loan right around $1.4 million. So
On a 20-year lease.
On a 20-year lease. So at $2 million, figure about $1.4 million loan, 140 rent, 20-year lease, triple net deal, and I would do 4 3/4, 5 1/4 on a 5x5 with like a 25 to 30 year AM. We could possibly do non-recourse or partial below 50% or below. And so now, do you have deals ready to go right now? For buyers?
Sure. There's a very good 20-year Wendy's in Urbana, Illinois. That's a university town. Sampling Urbana, good college town. Very successful.
What's the use?
It's a Wendy's.
It's a Wendy's deal.
Very successful.
And that's got a 7% rent to sales about.
Yep.
Okay.
We've got another shorter term Arby's property up in Wisconsin.
Now, do the buyers have to pay you, or does the seller pay your commission?
Seller pays the commission.
Seller pays the commission, so you're not going to pay anything to him. To me, if you did a loan with me, yes, there are some fees. But for him, you don't pay the commission, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And what's kind of the first step in the process? Would they give you a letter of interest that's non-binding?
Well, we'll hop on a phone call, have a discussion about the investment.
Okay.
Make sure it fits. If it doesn't, we have 150 properties listed for sale right now, all over the country. We got about 30 agents. We're based in Southeast Michigan, but we transact in every state. So the first thing is just a conversation about expectations. Does the investment fit your portfolio?
Your objectives.
Yeah. And if it does, then we'll submit a letter of intent. We can draft it.
But that's non-binding, right? Normally?
No, it's a conversation.
It's kind of a conversation to
see if we can hit
just
numbers.
craft the deal.
Right.
And then what do? You go to contract?
Yeah, if the terms are acceptable to both parties, we can provide a purchase and sale agreement that's, we use a lot that's fair.
A boilerplate kind of
one that through
template contract?
Yeah, one that through doing 210 transactions last year and 190 the year before, one that we have found over the years, both attorneys on both sides like, buyer and seller like. But if a seller or a buyer has a contract they want to use in particular, then we can use that.
So now, how much time do you want to get the buyer on due diligence, and do you do a financing contingency? And how much deposit do they need to put up on a $2 million deal?
$75,000.
So about $75,000. And how much time would you want to get them on due diligence? And do you do financing contingency, or does the seller kind of frown on that? Of course, the buyer wants to be as competitive as possible coming in to try to tie up the deal. What do you recommend?
We want to be competitive. We want quick terms.
Okay.
However, the buyer needs enough time to do their diligence, right? So, and to get their financing. It's all a function of we're going to ask the broker if we don't have the deal listed. But, it's a function of what do we have in that due diligence. Do we have a third-party phase one that was done within the last year? If yes, a lender will accept that. We don't necessarily need to get phase one.
Try to do a reliance letter.
Yeah. So if we have a complete file, and oftentimes, our brokers, usually require it before we bring something to market. But if we have a complete file, then we're going to try and tighten up those terms as much as possible. It's a function of, look, we want that offer to be competitive. We want it to be compelling. So you can't get there on price. You need to be a little better on terms.
Okay.
If you're right there on price, you give the guy list price, but you want 45 days due diligence. We can make a case for that.
And so, what's the craziest deal you ever done?
Oh boy. I was talking about this one yesterday. Starbucks in Kokomo, Indiana.
Okay.
Due diligence was ending Friday at 5 o'clock, so the earnest money was
going hard.
Friday at 3 o'clock, we got a phone call that the Starbucks was gone.
What do you mean? Oh, it's
That's
sold?
what I said.
Oh my God.
No. 7 tornadoes touched down that day.
Oh my God.
And this was out in front of a power center.
Oh jeez.
The tornado comes down, hits the Starbucks, wipes it off the face of the planet, and then the tornado disappears.
Oh my God.
And didn't do any other damage to anything around it.
So what happened? Did they have to redo the building? Did the buyer close?
Starbucks called us within 12 hours saying, we want to be there. Are we going to get a new store? Seller maybe didn't have the capability or didn't want to develop it or do that. So we sold the land to a good developer that we know. They put that deal together. And then
that was insane.
18 months later, we got the buyer to it. And
that's
definite
persistence, right? That was a persistent deal.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you for being on Lease TV, Evan.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for having me here at the Encore Real Estate Investment booth.
Sure.
I see Evan, he does a great job. If you're a seller, he does a great job marketing. I highly recommend his firm. Definitely list with these guys. Come to us for financing. Evan, how can somebody list with you? Or buy? How can they call you? What's kind of the first step to reach out to you?
An email, LinkedIn. You can go to our website, Encore Real Estate Investment Services. All of our assets are listed there. You can find out some information from that website. You can talk to Chris. He and I communicate.
You can call me and I can put you in touch with Evan. So my number is 760-479-0800. Our website is www.marabellafinance.com. In our YouTube, please hit subscribe so you get email updates. We're also looking for patrons for Net Lease TV. Are you going to become a patron?
Sure.
It's $3 a month.
Okay. Listen, you gotta,
So anyway,
you gotta watch it.
We'll mention you if you become a patron. We're going to mention Evan in future broadcasts. Like we've interviewed Alan Fruitman, Tax 1031tax.com, Dina Marcella of Logic, Patrick Berman, Cushman and Wakefield, Pam Goodwin, and a lot of others that are just in our niche of doing net lease. So anyway, thank you again.
Absolutely.
Have a great, ICSC Las Vegas 2019. I know we'll probably be looking back at this video in like 5 years and going, hey, do you remember when we did that video together?
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you everybody. We'll be in touch. Thanks again.